Coming up next, I'm giving y'all this prison story about an inmate who ended up giving his cheeks up for protection. Stay tuned to the Jersey Street Corner Prison Talk Show. Don't close both eyes when you sleep or get choked. When you go to the mess hall, sit with your team, cause if you sit with some punk boy, you can get seen. What up, what up, what up? We are back. Who am I? Jersey Street Corner, and this is the Prison Talk Show, people. So let's get into it. But hold on. Get your seats, people. Get your popcorn. Y'all know the vibes. Get ready, because this is going to be a crazy one. Now, I know y'all saw that thumbnail, and y'all like, damn, they did that boy bad. Well, I'm going to tell y'all a little something about this guy. Ain't nobody do nothing to this guy. He did it to himself. He came into the prison very, very curious. And y'all already know, when you ask stupid questions, you get stupid answers. So, this inmate's name was Carlos. And around the prison, he was known as Fruit Loop. He was what they call a renegade in prison. A renegade was a freelance prison prostitute. No pimp, no protection. So obviously, just like the streets, that was very dangerous. If you get beat up or robbed or raped, who you telling? You ain't got no pimp. You in trouble. And things just gonna get worse. Now, at the time, this guy that I'm talking about, Carlos, or rather, Fruit Loop. When I say renegade, yeah, he went around the prison and I guess you could say rented his services out, pod to pod, whoever was looking at him. But when I say curious, well, let's just say he became Fruit Loop in prison, but he still had his V card, I guess you want to say. But he was not opposed to losing it. He was like one of those dudes up in prison that them bandits, they wanted him bad. They wanted him bad because they knew he still had his V card. And now, the only reason I guess they hadn't assaulted him is because I guess they felt like the chase was worth it. He was, let's say he provided lip service. That was the only service that he provided in the prison thus far, was lip service. And he dealt with all of those bandits, so they weren't going to beat him up and take it. They trying to talk him or trick him out of it. They pushing commissary his way, treating him like a female. Now, in prison, there's only two ways, the right way and the wrong way. And unfortunately, whoever your oppressor is just happens to have the right way. That's just the way the rules go. If you can't beat him, whatever he say is the right way. Now, when you in prison, you mind your damn business. You see somebody coming through the pod, finger waves and crazy nails and tight clothes and makeup and lip gloss and all that craziness, you turn the other direction. You don't even want to be seen looking at that person because somebody might try and start jailing on you. Oh, you like that? You like, I saw you looking, man. I saw you. He was looking, man. He was looking, man. You don't want that. So just mind your business. Now, the people that do want that, well, you're going to see them acting a fool, tripping over tables, fighting each other, swapping commissary, doing everything they can to get this person's attention. In a way, shit, you could kind of say Fruit Loop had it better in the prison than a lot of other inmates. You know how much commissary he was sitting on? But he was dirty, y'all. I mean, lip service in prison with these dirty ass inmates, disease infested, Oh, yeah, you was fitting to find out the hard way. One of these days, Fruit Loop. One of these days. Now it's night wreck. I'm out there with my cousin Dee. We walking the track. He got a couple of his homeboys. We just walking around talking like, yo, dude that just came in, he's super strange. He gotta go, man. He can't be in the pod. He taking up space. And what he mean by that is we don't really rock with homosexuals in the pod. They got a whole pod just for y'all. It's called C Pod. And you can go over there with the booty bandits and people just like yourself. You know what I mean? So we not really fitting to let dude stay in the pod too much longer. He been there about 2 days and we already see how he move. He already, running down on straight dudes about to get beat up. Talking, like, yo, I'm working. He trying to advertise himself. We see him coming in and out of the pod. And every time he come back into the pod, he got a bag of commissary. So we already know what he doing. He out there tricking. But up until this point, ain't nobody want to touch him. Ain't nobody want to run down and rob him or nothing like that. Ain't nobody want to even put their hands on him. Because getting too close to dude opens you up to so many jokes. It's not even funny. It's not even worth it. So everybody just been backing off of dude. But now, we get back inside. Wreck is over. And we see, it's an empty cell. We like, yo, that's the cell dude was in. So we go find his bunkie. And we asked his bunkie, like, yo, what happened to your cellmate, man? What happened to him? And he's like, oh, that dude, man. That dude. And like, what, man? What happened? They're like, yo, look, I didn't see it, but according to the CO, they caught him in 2 cells over piping somebody out, man. I'm like, what? Like, actually giving head? In the middle of the day? Yeah, man. They took them both down to lockup. I'm like, stop playing, man. So we went and confirmed that story. And Shore's Bunky was right. They done took Fruit Loop to the hole because they caught him with another man joint in his mouth. How crazy is that? Pause. Now, immediately, we pretty much celebrating. Like, shit, we ain't even had to do nothing to him. We ain't had to beat him up or nothing. Put him on the gate. He got kicked out. Great. So now we cool. We like, all right, shit, we got 2 empty spaces in the pod. Hopefully they bring some soldiers in here. Hopefully they bring some real people in here. Not no punks. So, now, let's say they was only in the hole for about maybe a week or so. Because they got the charges dropped down. Being that the only one that saw it was that corrections officer. It was 2 of their words against his. And they simply put it as, we was just hugging. We wasn't doing nothing. We was just hugging. It wasn't nothing sexual going on. Like, y'all bugging. Nah. And even though the CO like, nah, man, I saw his joint in his mouth, man. I'm telling y'all. Y'all think I'm crazy? I saw him with the joint in his mouth. He had the whole glizzy in his mouth. And they're like, all right, calm down, officer, calm down. Listen, at this time, we're not going to be able to keep them in the hole any longer. So, they both get put right on C block. Now, up until now, that one dude that was doing, the purchaser of the service, let's say, everybody thought he was straight, he was gangster, he was tough, but now you just got caught in a compromising situation with a punk, and now you're headed the same place the punk is, to C-Pod, with all the other punks. That's probably not going to go great for you, my guy. And I told y'all before, they don't really listen when you hit that gate on C-Pod, because whatever you did to get over there, they think you wanted it. Now, as soon as they get over there, you already know one of the main bandits in the prison that had their eye on Fruit Loop was Booty Bama Bang Bang. And he already put the word down. And I'll tell you why in a few minutes. Booty Bama already put the word down. Yo, the new meat is mine. Pause. And he meant it. So, as soon as the two of them walked in that pod, let them both get comfortable, he ran right down on that other dude that he was doing whatever with. And he ain't waste no time. Went in there, locked in behind them. Dude didn't even get a chance to turn around. Start beating the dog piss out of him, y'all. Hit him all in the back of his head, fumbled him, cracked his dome against the damn wall. Yeah. Picked him up, slammed him. Told him if he ever look at Fruit Loop again, he gonna take his life. And I believe he meant it. Now, word is, because the COs ain't shit, y'all. They passing information from pod to pod. Now, they know everybody interested in what's going on in C-Pod. That's where all these stories come from, y'all. We ain't got to be over there to see everything, to hear everything word by word. It's like listening to a baseball game on the radio. You're not there, but you could feel it, play by play. And the COs, they your eyes. So, COs come back and tell us, like, yeah, old boy over there, I don't think he too happy over there in C-Pod. Yeah, they fitting to do something to him real soon. I know it. And they talking about the dude, the gangster that went over there that was on the low. Yeah. Well, he deserve it, man. He deserve it, man. He over here hiding out on the low, and he like that? He like punks? Nah, man, nah. And now this is the same CO that saw them doing what they was doing. So he getting his lick back that way. And y'all might not know it, y'all. Sometimes a lot of these correctional officers have personal vendettas against you and will go to extremes to make your bid a living hell. Now, y'all, it would only take maybe another day, 2 days tops, supposedly, before Booty Bama approached Fruit Loop. And he ain't asked. He just straight up told him, look, you ain't working no more, and I ain't asking you no questions. You belong to me now on this pod. And that's just what it is. You're going to do what I say when I say. And you already know how this goes from here on out. So right away, Fruit Loop like, oh, wait a minute now, wait a minute. That's going to cost you a lot. Every day, you want me to be yours? That's going to cost you a lot. He like, I don't think you hear me. I do not think you understanding the words coming out of my mouth. You belong to me now. I control your money. If I let you work, you bring your money back to me. You understand me? And Fruit Loop, he like, I don't know if that's going to work for me, man. I don't know if that's going to work for me. Booty Bama smacked the shit out of him. Pow! And he just sitting there holding his face like, oh! You get it now? You got what I'm cooking? So he just skirmer off back to his cell. And Booty Bama just yelling down the corridor, down the tier. I see you tonight. I see you tonight, baby girl. Now, it was about an hour away from lockdown. And Fruit Loop think he's safe. He get up in his cell. And obviously, like I told y'all, if you on C-Pod, you already on that Chomo timing, let's say. So that's exactly who's he's in the cell with, a Chomo. And he think he's safe. He like, alright, this dude, he won't hurt a fly. I ain't worried about him. cool. Little did Fruit Loop know, Booty Bama run that pod. C-Pod is like heaven to him. He already made arrangements for late night. On the next shift, there's going to be a cell change. And when you wake up in the morning, you're going to be in Booty Bama's cell. Yeah, they going to grab him out of his cell like 1 o'clock in the morning. Put a bag over his head and walk him on over to Booty Bama's cell. So, when that happened, y'all, it started off a little hostile from what I'm told. But, it went from lip service to getting smacked around a few times to breaking in, if you know what I mean. Now, you probably don't know what I mean, so I'm going to tell you. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hit that like button. If you ain't hit that like button yet, please hit that like button and share the video. Know what I mean? Let's get some love going on up in here. So, Booty Bama broke Fruit Loop in. He told him straight up, you know what time it is. I'm fitting to take you. He grabbed him, 2 handfuls, threw him against the bunk. And now, Fruit Loop, as curious as he is, he's not really putting up that much of a fight. From what I'm told, he simply said, but you gonna have to make sure and don't nobody else do this to me up in here. That's what he said. He said, I got you. Now, in prison, y'all, I got you. That don't fly. That's a straight up lie. When somebody tell you they got you, what they really saying is, you a damn fool. They gotta put it on their mama. They gotta put it on their kids. They gotta put it on God. They gotta put it on the gang. They gotta put it on something that really holds some type of way, that really mean if they don't keep their word, they a piece of shit. And everybody in the pod gonna know it. So, you put something as, like your word on your mama or your kids, and you don't hold that up, well, everybody in that pod gonna look at him like, damn, you a piece of shit, bro. You put it on your mama and you ain't hold up your word. Now, I ain't doing no business with you. So, when he told them, I got you, he should have already knew it was all bad from there. Now, I'm going to fast forward this story because I heard some of the, details of this part of the story, but due to YouTube's policies, I can't really explain them. All I'm going to say is Fruit Loop let Booty Bama take him. He let him. He coerced him, and then he let him take him. And afterwards, there was some complaining. Pretty much, it was a joke that went around the whole pod and got to the COs, which was a joke to them as well. Where they said Fruit Loop was screaming in there, I ain't know it was gonna hurt. I ain't know it was gonna hurt. And that went on for at least 30 or 40 minutes. So you can already imagine the work that Booty Bama was putting in on that boy. And the lie, well, you could say he was going to work again, but for Booty Bama. And he was going to have to smash out everybody on C-Pod that paid Booty Bama. Fruit Loop didn't even see the money or the commissary. He had to beg this man for food to eat. Can you imagine? This guy's in there selling his body and begging for ramen noodles. Look, y'all, don't go to prison. Because like I always say, prison is not a real place. You won't survive. It's at least 90% of y'all won't survive in prison. And another thing I wanted to address really quick before we go, if you in the comment box and you hating, I'm going to tell y'all something. I've seen a few people that I've been describing from my stories in the comment boxes. So, for the guy that says, oh, that's why people fail, this is fabricated, Fruit Loops might be in my comments, y'all. Keep your eye out for people like that. And if you are going to hate in the comment box, man, hit that like button and share the video. Tell everybody how much you hate it. Alright, y'all. With that, this story is over. This is the Jersey Street Corner Prison Talk Show. I am your boy, Jersey Street Corner, and I'm out.
You a real hater, I'm here to address that. When it comes to storytelling, I'm the best at. You a real hater, I'm here to